Okay, this video here is we are installing lithium batteries in this Club Car DS. So first thing we did was pull all the old batteries out. We cleaned up the frame a little bit. So what we're going to do now is grind it down a little bit, grind some of this grunge off. And we're going to go ahead and shoot some paint, silver paint on there so it looks good. And then we've got to build something to hold these batteries, because right now, if I was to kind of show you, this battery will fall right through that hole right there, because see, it'll fall right through the hole because the battery slot through this used to have 12-volt batteries in it, so these are 8-volt batteries. So what I'm going to have to do is build something to hold this. So what I've done, I've gone to Home Depot and bought this channel, and I'm cutting it, kind of just laying this in here so you can see. I'm going to put these in here exactly where the battery goes, so the battery cannot fall through. Okay, I've got to do that to this side, and I got to do it to that side, the two outsides. And this DS is not your standard setup. This is one of the rarer ones that had the 4 12 volts all going the same direction. So in the middle, when I put the battery in here, see if I can grab it. It'll fit in there. That'll fit in there. I can slide it around, but it won't fall through. So all I have to do to get these in the middle is build some sort of hold down system. We're going to have to build a hold down system for these too, but for now I just wanted to show you. I've just cut these. Okay, first of all, my can of paint took a crap on me, so I didn't paint this. I have to get another can of paint, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in dry to run so you can see what I'm doing. Those are the two holders I put in. Now I'm going to put the battery in. See, the battery fits. It slides. It's not going to fall through. That's what I was trying to do. So now I've got to figure out how to hold this down. Probably going to drill holes down there, make some rods, and see what I can do across the top to hold this thing down. Okay, I just remembered something right in the middle of me getting carried away. I went ahead, as you can see, and put the brackets on this side and brackets on that side. And I've already cut my rods. See my rods I've got. And I drilled holes. This is going to sit in there. And it's going to go up and over the battery. Now I got to get some flat stock to run across the batteries to use as hold downs. So as far as mounting the batteries, I'm at a standstill right now till I go get some flat iron. But I almost forgot to tell you, when you're doing the lithium install on this particular lithium install, it comes with a new charger. And the new charger will not work on a cart that has an OBC. So we have to bypass or disconnect the OBC on this cart. I forgot to tell you that, so that's what I just started doing. You can see this is the ground wire that used to be in the little flex that went back to the OBC back here. So I took the basket off to make it easier. There's the basket. Took this screw, and this screw out, pulled the basket out to get access to this. So now I have unplugged the OBC. I've unplugged it. I have pulled the gray wire, remember the one with the fuse in it that goes all the way up there. I've pulled this back through so I can reuse it. And I've cut the number 10 black wire that went to the charge receptacle. I cut it off because in the future I will splice onto this one if I'm going to reuse this OBC, because I'm actually removing it. And the reason I cut it, I made sure that when I cut it, that it was long enough, this piece, to go to the last negative on the battery. So cut that, it's hanging. We got rid of the gray wire. We're no longer going to be using this, so I'll probably just tie this up, tape it up. But I want to let you know you have to bypass or remove the OBC. This one, I'm removing it because this is an 09 DS, so I can reuse this OBC somewhere, so I'm not going to destroy it. So next, I was just taking this cover loose. There's two 10mm bolts, one there and one down there. I just was taking this loose to gain access. There's your controller, because there's another number 10 wire coming out of the OBC. Here it is, this one, and it's going to the controller. See it? So I have to, it's this wire right here that's going to this terminal. And since they did this, they've got almost like a weld where they've got 2 or 3 of them together. I'm going to end up cutting this and capping off this end. Okay, so this part will stay. I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to remove that OBC. Whole thing comes out. There's usually 2 screws. Let me see if you can see them from this side. 2 10mm screws. Well, you can see the end of it. See the end of this? And then there's another one up above, up here. You can see them back here. See if I get my camera down there. There's one. So I'm just going to loosen that one, loosen the bottom one. This plate will slide to the left and pull out. So once I pull that out, all I have to do then is come back to the other end of the OBC that I unplugged. And we've got to get or splice these 2 wires together. I'm trying to remember, I gotta look it up. I'm pretty sure it's the blue one and the white one that we have to splice together, but I will double check that. Don't do it until you double check me, okay? Okay, I wanted to show you a couple things here. Back here, I removed the OBC. See the big opening? You can see right in there. I removed that. Then I had to add a main negative from the controller. Going to go to the main negative on the battery. I also, when I unplugged this, went to the OBC. This part was on the OBC, but you can see I cut off because in order to do the bypass, besides rerouting the main negative from the charge receptacle, which I've got the wire long enough that's going to go to the main negative here. Besides that, we also have to splice the blue and the white wire in these. So this blue one and this white one need to be spliced together, and that's it. You don't do anything with the rest of them. So instead of doing a hack job and cutting them off of here, what I'm going to do is take this piece, this connector that I cut off of the OBC, I'm going to remove all the wires except for the blue and white. I will butt splice the blue and white together, and then it'll be just like a jumper that I can plug in and out. Once I plug that in, I'm done back here. And I go back to just the battery install. So I wanted to show you, I did get some paint and paint this a little bit, but I built the hold down strap for the battery. I've got 5/16 rod. Got some strapping, got it all painted. This is what it looks like before. See, I've got the rod ready, Put the battery in, I'll put my strap across here, tighten it down, and it'll look just like that. And then I move on to the middle ones. I secure the two middle ones, which you can see I've already got the holes drilled. Here's my strapping, which I'll be cutting. I'll be cutting this heavy-duty strapping, drilling holes, repainting, and then it's just a matter of wiring it, and this baby will be done. Okay, I have the other battery mounted. So I have the two end ones, that one and this one mounted. I also have this ready to go. See, I pulled the wires out I'm not using. I just left the blue and the white. I butt spliced it together. So now this is just a jumper, basically jumping the blue to the white. I will plug it on here, and that's it. The bypass is done. I will close this area here up and then proceed on landing the last two batteries in the middle, wire them up, and we will be done. Okay, all I have left to do is hook up the batteries. Got this all closed up, got the access cover closed up, I got the sweater basket back on. You do not have to take the rear seat off, the back support, to do this. The reason mine is off is because the customer wanted it upholstered, so I went and got it upholstered. So here's the seats, so it'll be looking good when I get done. But anyway, you do not have to take that seat off. But I wanted to show you I have all four batteries in. I've got them strapped down with my rods and fender washers and lock washers and everything, so it's real clean. So all I have to do now is hook the wires up, and this project will be done. Okay, we are done with this lithium battery install. Everything is strapped down, got new cables. Everything is done, computer's bypassed. It comes with a new charger. These batteries have a 7-year warranty, believe it or not. They're supposed to last 10 years, but it's 7 years. So this guy's going to love this. He's lost a lot of weight in the batteries. The cart's going to be a little faster because of the loss of weight. He's just going to love it. He never has to lift this seat again because there's nothing to corrode, or there's no acid under here to leak. It's just awesome. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give us a like. Please subscribe to our station here, our channel, and check out our eBay store if you're looking for parts, mostly charger repair parts. And if you have questions or comments, you can leave them below. You can email me, call me. My number and the website is on the somewhere. It's on the internet. It's all over the place. So anyway, Wayne's Golf Carts.